appreciate y'all tuning in and checking out the video. Here I got my man Chad. He's gonna get a big old transformation cut. Got an interview tomorrow, so we're gonna see if we can save him real quick. We're gonna do a little businessman taper with a little come over and a natural part, and he's been over a year since he got a cut. So here we're going ahead and debulk everything with our 1.5 blade. And I'm just going through with my comb, just pretty much going through and picking the hair off of the head just to get all that weight off. No real method to the madness here. Just kind of cleaning it up as we go. So here I'm gonna grab my 4-guard open and just kind of feed the hair through the comb, just to kind of set in the base of what I want to follow around the head. Here I'm just gonna go through and just, like I said, kind of setting in my foundation and everything of that sort. So I'm just gonna clean off our canvas. That way my man don't get all itchy. So right now I'm doing some clipper over comb. I got a 1-guard on here closed. I do that to kind of soften it up so it's not a real big drastic cut. Been doing that a while, so it's been working pretty good. Now right here I'm just gonna kind of start setting in our little slight taper, nothing too crazy. Going in with our 1.5 closed. So we're just kind of feeding that through, just making it look good. So right now we're just kind of doing the same steps over here, setting in our taper. Now here I'm just going to comb all the hair backwards real quick just to kind of see the natural flow. But I am going to end up parting it down the middle and pushing it out to the sides to set in our foundation for the top for the shear work. Just a little heads up too, I am going to speed up this next part a good bit. Just because it's a pretty extensive amount of shear work. I just want to make sure we got it nice and set. And got my man looking right for the interview tomorrow. So just make sure you stay, tuned for that. And you can see I'm creating my sections here, trying to get everything nice and proportionate. My middle section, I would say, is about 1 inch thick. And I make pretty decent chops while I go at it. I would say about 1/2 inch to 1 inch at a time. So here we're just gonna get started on all that good stuff. So just stay tuned and you can slowly see the transformation. Now, once I have that section set in, I'm gonna go through and comb everything together and start working my way from the front to the back. And just FYI too, his fiance was sitting right across from us. So she was watching me the whole time while cutting his hair. I don't know about you, but when the significant other is there, I feel the pressure's on. So you gotta make sure that you really put forth a good, finished product here. So the process ain't pretty, but we ain't judging that, baby. Cause we just trying to sit back, cut, and chill. Ain't nothing too crazy to it. So as you can see, I'm just kind of working, in sections at a time, about 1 inch wide. So right here, I'm kind of just cross-checking, and just kind of going through anything that's sticking out. I'm chopping it, but trying to keep a nice little flow to it so we're not taking too much off at a time. And always make sure you comb your hair in place and see how it naturally lays so you can always move forward and make, the proper cuts that you need to do. Still cross-checking as I go, following the shape of the head. Like I said, just working my way back. Any inconsistencies that I'm seeing, I'm just going back through, evening those out. Noticing a couple little long ones there. And I'm just kind of styling the hair as I go. That's just something that I do. So just going back through and combing everything over to see how it's naturally laying. Now I wish I would have recorded this side over here, but we had a good bit of just overhang from the natural part, close to the parietal ridge. So I'm going through and matching everything up to the sides with my shears. Now I'm just kind of BSing, going back through again those longer hairs that I found in the front. I'm going back through and trying to clean those up some. So, and then I'm just following the shape of the head as I go. A little OCD if I don't say so myself. Really ain't a bad thing though, being a barber, if we're being honest. So right here, I'm actually going through with my texturizing shears or blending shears, and just kind of giving the hair some texture there on the ends, lighten it up because there is a lot of weight in the hair. Just because his hair is real coarse and kind of thick, so just kind of working it as I go along. So now I'm actually going to be going through and blending the top to the sides with my blending shears. I really feel like blending shears is just like that little secret weapon that most barbers have in their back pocket if they're actually using them, you know. Always make sure you clean off your client, man. They don't get all itchy. So we did a shampoo. Forgot to bring my phone over there to record it, but go ahead and starting to blow dry the hair and get it to sit in, just kind of even out some little inconsistencies and do some detail work. And I like to just kind of flow them off of the head there, you know, nothing too crazy. Taking some more weight out. Giving it some texture too. So now we're gonna go back through with a 4. I'm just kind of doing some detail work, just trying to make sure, you know, the foundation is nice and set and it's clean. And I'm going back through with a 2 since we went in earlier with a 1.5. Like I said, just detailing this out, just trying to give it a real crispy look. I know it's not conventional. I got ADHD, so I know what I'm trying to go for and what gets me there. So just bear with me. Now I'm going through with a 1. I believe it was open here. And then I just closed it up. So now I'm just kind of flicking all that out, giving it a nice little blend. So I'm just doing the back taper here a little bit as well. The 1 guard, just flicking it out really. Going back through, and I see some little dark spots I wanted to knock out. So I do have a 1 guard on here closed. It was crunching. So I'm flowing through with it. Using the blending shears a little bit to fade it on in. So here we're going to start setting in our neckline. More detail work. This is actually absolutely my favorite part of the haircut. I don't know why, it's just aesthetically pleasing. Now here we're just kind of setting in our, you know, line around the ear and everything like that. You know, we're doing our lineup, of course. Now here I'm pulling the hair out and just kind of debulking it per se, just to kind of give it a crispier effect. The client never really had a lineup before, so I just gave him a little bit of sauce, not a whole lot on his first time with me, but depending if he comes back, I'm gonna sauce him up next time. And I'm going through with my GTXs and just kind of punching in that back neckline, trying to make it look real sharp and good. Let me know what y'all think. So his neck was a little big, so I went ahead and set it in the towel so hair wouldn't fall down his neck, but I wanted to really kind of taper out the back there. Went in with a 1, now I'm going back in with a 1.5. So then I slapped my half guard on there open just to kind of start blending that a little bit in. Bring it on over. So I did a little bit of lever play there, just to kind of start blending that in. So I'm using a little bit of the Roussel grooming tonic here. Got a little vent brush going. So now I'm gonna go through and blow dry and style the hair. You can see from what it was, man, it's coming together real nice. Now I'm using some of the blue fiber pomade from Roussel as well. Start running that through with my fingers. And I'm really working with the waviness of his hair. So I'm just kind of getting that in there. And now I'm gonna grab my comb. And I'm using the wide end of it just to kind of, you know, feed the product through the hair evenly. I did dampen my hands a bit and run it back through. So now I'm just kind of putting our finishing touches on there. Styling that in. Now I know the back of his neck's a little red, I promise you. These GTXs, I've put them on kids before. He's just got real sensitive skin. And now here's his reaction as well to the cut.
Nice.
Good, brother. I always like to give the clients some little tips and tricks on products and stuff and how to style their hair. I just had to hit them with that clubman real quick, you know, get them right. And then a good old businessman handshake. Appreciate y'all watching, and please like and subscribe, man. It helps out a whole lot.